Hey guys, today we're going to practice dividing fractions using the standard algorithm. So let's go ahead and fill in your notes. Make sure you have level G. This is for level G. And we are going to kind of remember how to divide fractions. You keep, change, reciprocal. Sorry, I wrote that kind of the side. So reciprocal, you probably heard when you were last year, you probably heard flip. So flip is a term that you do in gymnastics, and I'm not your gymnastics teacher. So we're going to use the mathematical term of reciprocal. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same, change the division to multiplication, and then do the reciprocal. Reciprocal means that you change the numerator and denominator. So if we have 1/4, it's going to become 4/1 for the reciprocal. So on that first blank, it says you make a whole number a fraction by putting it over a 1. So make sure you fill in 1 there for that question. And then let's look at this one, 2/3 divided by 4 wholes. Remember, we just said we put it over 1. So some of you are probably thinking, well, why is it not 4/4? Well, 4/4 equals 1 whole. We want it to equal 4 wholes. So it's 4/1. So we are going to keep, change, reciprocal. So we're going to keep 2/3, change division to multiplication, and do the reciprocal of 1/4, or 4/1 to become 1/4. So let's see if we can cross simplify, and we can. So we're going to cross simplify, that's going to become a 1. This one then is going to become a 2. Multiply straight across just like we did the other day. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6, and our answer is 1/6. So 2/3 divided by 4 is 1/6. Let's look at the next one. We've got 3/1 divided by 6/7. So we're going to rewrite this as 3/1 divided by 6/7. Remember, any whole number goes over 1. So now we're going to keep, change, reciprocal. So we're going to keep 3/1, change the division to multiplication, and do the reciprocal, which is going to be 7/6. We're going to see that we can cross simplify. The 3 becomes a 1. The 6 becomes a 2. Multiply straight across and get 7/2. But remember the other day we talked about how this is an improper fraction, so we need to change it back to a mixed number. So top dog goes in the house, 7 in the house, do the back bend. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1 left over. So our whole number is our quotient. Our remainder is our numerator, and our denominator stays the same. So our correct final answer is 3 1/2. So for making sure that we have some mixed numbers, you are going to find that you must make all mixed numbers into improper fractions. That's why we spent so much time the other day changing them. Sorry, that's a C. So must make all mixed numbers into improper fractions. So let's do a quick reminder of how to do that. So you're going to cartwheel around, and then you multiply and then add. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Denominator is 3. So we have 7/3. This next one, we're going to multiply around, add 4. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 is 19. Denominator stays the same of 5. So here we go, 2 3/4 divided by 1 1/2. So we're first going to start by cartwheeling both around. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11/4, divided by, because we haven't changed anything yet, we're just changing to improper. 2 times 1 is 1, plus 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3/2. Now we're going to do keep, change, reciprocal. So we're going to keep 11/4, change it to multiplication, change it to 2/3. We're going to see if we can cross simplify. Lucky us, we can. Divide them both by 2. 11 times 1 is 11. 2 times 3 is 6. We got to change it back now to an improper mixed number. 11 divided by 6 goes in 1 time. 5 left over. 1 is our quotient, our whole number. 5 is our remainder. Over 6 for our denominator. 1 and 5, 6. So I want you to go ahead and try and do number 4 and 5 on your own. Pause the video now, do both of them, and go ahead and come back and I will explain how to do them. But please pause it and try it on your own first. So I hope you paused the video and did number 4 and 5. I'm going to go through them to kind of review how to do them. So you're going to cartwheel around, multiply and then add for both. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 10/3, sorry, that's a 1. Divided by 1 times 6 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so 7, 6. Then we're going to do keep, change, reciprocal. We're going to see if we can cross simplify, and we can't do anything with the 10 and 7, but the 3 and 6 becomes 1 and 2. Multiply straight across, and we get 20 over 7. Top dog in the house. It goes in 2 times. That's 14. 6 left over. Whole number is your quotient. Remainder is your numerator. Denominator stays the same. 2 and 6/7. So make sure your answer looks just like this. And make sure if you don't have it right, you fix it. Make sure we have our notes done correctly. Now let's go ahead and go over this one. We're going to cartwheel around. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Denominator stays the same. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 7 is 15/8. Keep, change, reciprocal. Remember, you only do the reciprocal of the second one. You keep the first fraction, change it to multiplication, and then do the reciprocal. Ooh, we can cross simplify both ways. So 5 and 15, 5 becomes a 1, 15 becomes a 3. 8 and 4 can both be divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Multiply straight across. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. And our final answer is 2/3. So you've now completed level G. Make sure that you check your answers. Make sure your paper is filled in. And then go ahead and have your teacher sign off. And you can move to the next level. Thanks. Bye.